Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. If you've met me before, it's lovely to see you back, and if you haven't, I'm Ash. Currently, I'm doing a bi-weekly Fusion Friday, and last time, Spinel fused with Padparacha. This week, we've got Spinel and Pink Pearl or Volleyball. Super excited for this pairing as it makes a lot of sense, and I actively shipped them after, the Volleyball episode came out. I was actually a Volleyball Spinel Pearl truther, so I actually have designed a fusion for these two before. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it in time for it to affect this design at all. So, excuse the nearly 7-year-old art. Still cannot wrap my head around how long ago Steven Universe Future was. But other than the pretty lackluster combination of their clothes, I'm a big fan of whatever I had going on with her second pair of arms. Once again, did not remember or see these ideas before I made my new and improved Spinel and Volleyball, but hats off to little old Ash. As a little treat, you can have my Spinel and Pearl fusion from way back when. Girly is pretty mid, but also my 3-way fusion, who I actually think is kinda cute. For this Spinel and Volleyball, I was very interested in Sailor Moon and Jesters. Sailor Moon because it would be criminal not to reference her hair when I have been given pigtails and twin buns, but also because I felt another anime reference would tie in well with Prince Pearl's design. Prince Pearl taking a lot of inspiration from Utena Tenjoy. I've never actually seen this anime, Revolutionary Girl Utena, but I believe her design is heavily based on or inspired by the more masculine knightly energy of this character. Bada bing, bada boom. Smash Usagi, a Jester, and make it pink, and we have Thulite. I chose Thulite because it was a pretty common go-to when I was searching for Pearl and Spinel fusions, but also I think it fits fairly well. In my head, Pink Pearl / Volleyball and Spinel are in fact in love. So she's got permafusion vibes, and so she's fairly stable, all things considered. So no twisting of the gem's meaning this time. As most gems seem to be, Thulites are healing stones, radiating love, compassion, and all that good stuff. They help with emotional recovery especially, bringing all your pain to the surface so you can kind of reconcile with it. Pretty fitting for the two of the girlies Rose fucked up. Specifically, they are recommended for a broken heart, and whenever they mention heart stuff with what the gems help with and mean, whenever I'm making a Spinel fusion, I'm sold. Personality-wise, this all really lends well to a Sailor Moon's personality, compassionate and full of joy, so I'm pretty happy suggesting she can have more of her negative traits as well, like being overly emotional, a kawaii baby, and clumsy. Thulite is definitely louder and more attention-seeking than Volleyball, but also far more down-to-earth and mellow than Spinel. I just think they balance each other out really well. Both of these characters can be read / implied to have kept their scars. Pink Pearl obviously has her no eyeball, shattered eyeball thing that she is doesn't heal from or recover from by the end of the Volleyball episode, and we never actually see that side of her face again. And then Spinel also keeps her tear marks, even though I imagine both of them are aware of Yellow Diamond's new power that allows her to change people's physical form, Gem's physical forms, to get rid of them if they wanted. And especially with this gem I chose, Thulite, really bringing your traumas to the front so you can confront them. I wanted to keep their scars just because scars are the evidence of your past and the evidence that you have healed. So I think both of these girls really are better, not better, but a lot better, I guess, actually, than they were. But they still can look at their past and acknowledge who they were. So I kept their their scars. I just combined them. Fusion! I fused them, is what I'm trying to say. So instead of just being cracks, I made the eyeball crack that she has a lot darker and look more like Spinel's mascara streaks, to combine them. Design-wise, obviously her hair is the reference to Sailor Moon, but I also gave her like the Sailor Scout skirt and the same like boots that Sailor Moon wears, and then over the top of like her top is just like a little jester's collar of some description that I think frames her heart gem quite nicely. And then I gave her these like jestery off-the-shouldery sleeves, just because I thought they looked nice, but they are like part of her gloves. She was a really simple design again to come up with. I don't know, they were just very inspiring. So I came to this design fairly quickly. And this week I actually drew Spinel and Volleyball doing a little dance, because once again I was just so inspired and it was a good art day, I guess. So they did a little dance, and hopefully I'll continue to do that. But yeah, that's kind of it. She was super self-indulgent. I love clowns and jesters, and I love Sailor Moon, and I love them. So I had a lot of fun designing her, and I genuinely ship them so much. Thulite is literally in love. She's literally in love. I ran out of planned things to say, so I'm just gonna ramble for another 5 minutes, I guess. Pink Pearl, as far as we're aware, doesn't really have any, like, fun powers, like, because so many of the fusions have had Paracha at this point, so I have, like, future vision to work with when thinking of what this gem's power is. But Pearl and Spinel are just kind of normal, pretty normal ladies. Obviously, Spinel can, like, do that fun stretchiness that she can do, and I probably think this fusion has that ability as well, but I just am struggling to think of, like, that something new that Thulite could have. Especially because her inspiration is jesters and Sailor Moon, and Sailor Moon kind of notoriously, amongst the Sailor Scouts, doesn't actually have any magical powers. She just has, like, the cleansing powers for the villains and, like, her tiara, but I didn't give this character a tiara. Okay, I just googled it, and according to the crystalcouncil.com, which is usually where I get my, like, meanings and spiritual information about the crystals, the element associated with this gem is water and wind, and the zodiac is, like, Taurus and Gemini, and the planet is Venus. So maybe she's kind of wind powers or something, and she can use the fact that she's, like, not long, but, like, can stretch out to, like, do, like, a spin attack or something and, like, blow people away. I don't know. She, like, you know, makes a little tornado with her body or something, and she can blow people away. Maybe that's her something new. Although Taurus is an earth sign, so maybe she can turn into, like, effectively, like, the shape that Spinel's finger horn does, and she can, you know, spin around in a circle and blow wind and shit, or she could, like, drill. Why not? That is completely off the dome. If you have any better ideas, let me know, because clearly I'm struggling for him. Or maybe as, like, a reference to Sailor Moon, she has, like, Sailor Venus's love whip or something. I think that would be kind of cool, and just another Sailor Moon reference. Generally, she's a fairly, like, performance-driven character. She probably puts on little shows for the Diamonds, or is in plays, just theater kid vibes. Actually, I know this girl loves a Ren Fair. She's at all of the Ren Fairs that they host on Homeworld, I guess. So I'm gonna stop talking about this character because clearly I'm at a creative loss. But if you've never been to my Fusion Fridays before, Basically, what I do is you get to choose out of 3 randomized gems for who the host will fuse with next time. Last time was Spinel, and you guys voted on Volleyball. So this week, Volleyball is the host, and whoever you choose will fuse with her next time. The roles are based on this neat little spreadsheet I made, and I've assigned a number to all of the characters, and just to make it less overwhelming for the voting stage, I just roll 3 numbers, and I have rolled such a popular array of characters this week. We've hit polyamory, big polyamory Miss Fluorite, permafusion Topaz, or the Rutile twins. So all of next time's fusions will essentially be 3 gem fusions. Obviously, I know Rutile is not actually a fusion, but she does have 2 personalities and 2 heads, so I'll have 3 personalities at least to work with next week. If you want to say that Topaz has 2 personalities in her. If you'd like to vote between this lovely array of characters, there will be a link in the description and a video in 2 weeks. Bye!